Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will show you how to make a rich garnished Nigerian style jollof rice with all the classic flavors. So let's dive right into the recipe. First, I will start by listing out the ingredients we'll be using. Long green rice, chicken, spring onions, cut it into sizable pieces. Our bell peppers, also cut into sizable pieces. For the bell peppers, we are using the green, yellow, and red bell peppers. The green beans, also cut into sizable pieces. Not forgetting the carrots, our sweet corn, our curry, thyme, ginger, and garlic. Not forgetting our seasoning cubes. Also, we'll be using fresh bay leaves, basil, parsley, and some spring onions. These herbs will be used to season our chicken beautifully. And of course, some vegetable oil, habanero peppers, and some onions to bring it all together beautifully. In a clean pot, add your fresh chicken pieces. Now let's build flavor from the very start. Add in your bay leaves, chopped spring onions, a handful of fresh parsley, a sprinkle of rosemary, and a touch of basil. These herbs will infuse the chicken with a beautiful aroma and give your stock that deep taste we all love in jollof rice. Next, season generously with your seasoning cubes and a bit of salt to taste. Pour in just a little water, not too much. Then cover the pot and allow the chicken to steam gently on a medium heat. This step helps the chicken to release its natural juices and soak all the herbs and spices. After a few minutes and the flavor fills your kitchen, add your garlic and a bit more water, just enough to cook the chicken through until it's tender. Remember, it's very important to season your protein well. A flavorful stock is the foundation of a perfect jollof rice. And I'm going to give you one tip. Do not add too much water in your chicken stock. We want our chicken stock to be thick, rich, and tasty. That's where the real magic begins. Our chicken is tender and ready. Remove it from the cooking stove and set aside. In a clean pot, add your long grain rice. Pour in some boiling water and parboil it for just a few minutes. We are not cooking it fully yet, just softening it slightly. Once the grains are a little tender, take it off the heat, drain out the water, and set it aside. This helps remove excess starch and gives you that perfect non-sticky jollof texture later on. In a separate pot, heat up some vegetable oil. Add your chopped onions and fry them for a few minutes. Add in your blended fresh tomatoes. Immediately add your tomato paste. This will deepen the color and flavor of your jollof rice, giving it that signature bright and red glow. Stir everything together nicely. Cover the pot and let it fry on low heat for several minutes. Remember to stir occasionally so it doesn't burn. When your stew starts to thicken and the oil begins to separate from the tomato base, that's the perfect time to start seasoning. Add in your seasoning cubes. thyme, add your bay leaves, then add your habanero peppers and a bit of grated ginger. And just a touch of curry powder. Add your garlic and stir everything well to combine. Now season slightly with salt and don't go overboard. Stir everything well to combine and allow the stew to fry for a few minutes. When your stew looks rich and shiny and slightly thickened, it's time to bring everything together. Add your parboiled rice into the pot and mix gently. The reason it's important not to add too much curry to your jollof rice is because you don't want it to overpower all the other beautiful flavors in the pot. Curry should complement, not dominate it. Now, on the other hand, make sure you add enough thyme. This is one of the secret ingredients for a truly flavorful and delicious jollof rice. It adds that unique aroma that brings everything together. Also, be gentle with your salt and seasoning cubes. This is because we will still be adding our meat stock and it's already well seasoned. Season lightly so the jollof isn't too salty after cooking. Next, pour in your chicken stock. This is where all that earlier efforts pays off. The seasoned stock will soak right into the rice, infusing it with flavors from the inside out. Now, add just a little extra water. Only add the amount of liquid that will cook the rice completely. Once the rice starts cooking, avoid adding more water later. Check for salt one last time and adjust if necessary. Stir everything well to combine. You can seal it with foil before putting the lid on, trap in all that steam. Turn the heat to low and let it cook slowly. After a while, open the pot and give it a gentle stir from the bottom to prevent burning. Cover again and allow to cook for a few more minutes. Drop in a small knob of butter. That butter adds a smooth, silky texture and gives your jollof rice a luxurious finish. Stir it in lightly and there you have it. Rich, flavorful and beautifully cooked jollof rice. The color is bold and the aroma is irresistible. Take it off the heat. The next step, let's garnish our vegetables. In a pan, heat up some vegetable oil. Add your chopped onions and fry for a few minutes. Next, toss in your green beans and fry briefly. Go in with your carrots and continue frying briefly. We want the vegetables to remain vibrant and retain their natural crunch. Now it's time for the bell peppers. Add the green, red and yellow bell peppers to the pan. These colorful peppers not only make the dish look stunning, but they also add a subtle sweetness that balances the savory jollof perfectly. Season the vegetable lightly with seasoning cubes and a pinch of salt. Then stir everything together carefully so the flavors blend without bruising the vegetables. Finally, add your sweet corn and give it a gentle stir for a few minutes. A very important tip: do not over-fry your vegetables. We want them to stay fresh, vibrant, and full of color, not dry, dull, or mushy. Take some of the vegetables and set them aside on a plate. Then scoop your cooked jollof rice back into the pan and gently mix it with the vegetables. making sure everything is combined evenly. Fry it together for a few more minutes so the flavors meld beautifully. Now add some already chopped spring onions. This also adds to the color and taste of our jollof rice. Plate your jollof rice alongside the fried chicken and it's ready to serve. If you enjoyed this video, please do well to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. The full list of ingredients is in the description box below. Thank you to my amazing subscribers and welcome to all the new ones. I really appreciate. Have a wonderful week. See you in the next video. Bye.